Whew. Good evening, everyone. As some of you may know, I am still not feeling well, but I do feel better, that's for sure. I woke up this morning with a huge headache, and it's crazy because it sort of reminds me of a hangover, and I should know that feeling too well as a ex-drinker myself. I don't drink anymore. But it's pretty crazy how I could just wake up one day in the morning and just feel absolutely garbage. But I am feeling better now. I'm surrounded by a good amount of hot tea. Good for the headache. Good for my throat. Good for my stomach. But yeah, let's get the sad stuff out of the way now. Hello, everyone. Good morning to Promises to Keep, Furry visual novel reading, where I'll spend the next 2 hours reading furry visual novels. Think of it as a good night bedtime story. Just the exact thing you need before work, But yeah, thank you all for coming. And let me grab my controller so that I can also relax and enjoy the game. I have apple and cinnamon tea, but I also have some, what's the name of this brand again? This flavor? I think it's mint. Just what the doctor ordered. Alright, everyone. We are doing Hunter's Route, and I have no idea how long this route will last, but I think we're almost done. After that, we have Theo's and our little dinosaur friends next. I think that's going to be all, but let's go ahead and begin. Let me make sure the volume is actually pretty good for you guys. It's a little tad bit low, actually. Or maybe it just might be the music right now. The raccoon lets out a sigh. I'm sorry, Atlas. My ears perk up. Oh, hey, no need to apologize. I should, though. I've been a drag the whole morning. I know. It's just... I don't want to get into it right now. But I appreciate you. Of course, Hunter. Don't mention it. For some reason, it finally feels like I'm talking to the real Hunter. Not that I thought his jolly nature or energy were disingenuous. Oof. Words. Disingenuous? Of course. But being here with him, I can't help but think that those parts of his personality show so little of who he is. His worries and anxiety, his upbringing. What hides behind the mask? I spread out on the floor, making myself more comfortable. I look up at the raccoon, but he seems to be preoccupied with another chess game. Hey, Hunter. Yeah? Win it for both of us. That earns me a gentle, teasing smile. You bet I will. I rest my head on my arms, my lack of sleep really catching up to me. A moment, everyone. My shallow slumber is filled with visions of chess pieces gliding across the board. Ooh, what's this? Hunter, the king, stands opposite my own king. I blink and find myself in my king square. His army starts to part around him, exposing him as he sits on his throne. My own pieces begin moving out of my way, opening a single file, leading me directly to Hunter. I reach one paw out to the king, his brow furrowed deep in thought, head resting on a paw. He looks up and we make eye contact. Nothing between us, no chess pieces, no walls. He looks surprised. But as quickly as our eyes meet, his pieces recoil, moving, obstructing my view of the raccoon. His queen, his rooks, they all gather in front of him, guarding their leader at his command. And soon, only the lonely crown around one of his ears is visible behind his army. Hunter, you don't need to hide from me. I blink once. Hunter's familiar ceiling is there to greet me. I sit up, then realize I'm in his bed. I didn't ask. I start to throw his comforter off, but I stop myself. Wait, I fell asleep on the floor. He must have tucked me into his bed after I passed out. I exhale and lay back on the mattress. I give his room a once-over. Everything seems to be where it belongs, but Hunter isn't anywhere in sight. I let myself sit for a bit longer, then begrudgingly get up. Hunter seemed okay earlier, but I still want to check up on him. Descending the stairs, I spot Hunter and Ollie on the couch. As I approach the two of them, the raccoon notices me immediately and perks up. Hey, look who it is. His voice comes out the most energetic it's been all day. Ollie turns and waves. It's been all day. Ollie turns and waves. Hey, Atlas, you're just in time. We're about to grab a bite to eat. Artemis threw a quick pasta dish together. The three of us, admittedly an odd bunch, served ourselves and quickly settled in at the dining table. My stomach reminds me that I haven't eaten all day, and I immediately start wolfing down the food. So, where is Artie? He's out with Theo, grabbing some wooden boards to fix up the den window. They patched it up temporarily, but the boards are a better solution, at least until the storm is over. Oh, I was meaning to ask, what happened this morning? I got the rundown, sort of. Between the two of them, ran out the door. I should have glanced at Hunter, half expecting him to re-enter his slump from earlier, but he seems to be okay. In fact, the smile on his face tells an entirely different story from this morning. Oh, it's not much to worry about. The tree in the yard outside broke the dense window overnight, but we were able to patch it up temporarily. No biggie. Ollie clacks his claws together as he listens to the raccoon. Oh, that's good. I could tell Theo was rattled by the situation, but you were sleeping there, Atlas, so I wanted to make sure you were alright too. Confused, I try to discreetly study Hunter's expression as he eats. Atlas? Still focused on Hunter. I don't realize Ollie calling my name until he repeats it. Huh? Oh, right, yeah, I'm okay. Just glad we were able to find a temporary fix for it. Right, and it must have been a pain getting the tree branch out of the room. How bad was the damage? My eyes dart back to Hunter, but he replies without missing a beat. Oh, it wasn't a big, huge deal. Theo, Atlas, and I got it out without too much struggle. It'll all be fixed soon. I could almost hear him straining to get the last words out with gusto. Oof, oh, my brain. Right, keep it together. Ollie looks at him, then at me. Right, that's really good to hear. Actually, what if I just... Hold on. What if I just do this? The dino lowered his gaze to his plate, pointedly redirecting his attention to his meal. Oopsie. I pick up my plate, still trying to glean any amount of information from Hunter's face. The raccoon's tail swishes back and forth, mechanically, seemingly under manual control. Ollie looks up and breaks the silence. Also, Atlas, I think Theo was saying that he needs to figure out other sleeping accommodations for you, especially because the den repairs are just temporarily. Ollie looks... Oh. Have you given it any thought yet? That's a good point. I'm not sure about... He can stay with me. I got tons of room. Ollie and I exchange glances. While I'm certainly grateful, I can't say I was expecting Hunter to offer that to me. Wow, that's really kind of you, Hunter. Nah, it's no problem. The raccoon gets up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm stuffed. He deposits his plate in the sink, then turns to address us. I can see the edges of his mask start to unravel. If you two will excuse me, I'm going to be resting in my room. He clears the room rather quickly, leaving the two of us in an awkward silence. Ollie glances over at me, but doesn't press. Okay, well, if we're done here, maybe we could check out the den? I haven't actually seen the repairs yet. Right, sure. The den is surprisingly temperate. Not suitable for sleep, but not as teeth chattering as it was this morning. The window appears to be well patched with layers of curtains, plastic trash bags, and duct tapes. This doesn't look bad at all, actually. He walks around the room, inspecting the seats on the bookshelf. And I was expecting it to be in much greater disarray, honestly. But you guys did a good job this morning. It was nothing really. Much easier with more paws on deck. I'm sure. Hey, is Hunter okay? He just felt a lot different just now, compared to the last 2 days. I freeze. I mean, obviously you haven't known him for long, but it's just a vibe, I guess. How do I answer this question? Atlas? Oh, In that moment, I feel the mask over my own 2 eyes. The gaze of my raptor companion sends me to the pack stands in my dream. I look down at my 2 paws, my familiar silver gray fur, replaced by darkly colored raccoon paws. I blink once, and I'm back in the den. I'm not sure. I think it's okay. I wince. That was probably some of the worst lying I've ever done. Ollie isn't stupid, Atlas. Who dissociates in the middle of a lie anyway? His eyes see right through me. But he still doesn't press. Oh, I see. Okay then. He turns and looks more closely at the bookshelf, clearly looking for a way to change the subject. Theo has quite the collection, don't you think? I'm glad none of it was subjected to the elements for too long. Yeah, I am too. This feels like such a good reading spot. I felt bad that Theo gave it up for me to sleep in. I try to shake off my daydream and I stand there with Ollie. Oops, I keep pressing the B button. Is that what's taking me back to the previous? I might just use my mouse and keyboard if that keeps happening. There we go. That should be fine. I try to shake off my daydream as I stand there with Ollie. Actually, you guys, I think we can make the music a bit louder, don't you think? Just a tiny bit louder. Voice volume. I don't think I've seen anyone voice act yet here. Oh. Maybe the next update? Maybe. I try to shake off my daydream as I stand there with Ollie. Oh, I don't think he minded, really. It seems like he'd much rather you use the room than him, honestly. He's really just a giving type, I think. Hosting all of us here on a whim, without any hesitation. I look at the patched up window and, as the last of this morning's adrenaline wears off, the guilt starts to sink in. It's like my bad luck followed me here, and I've somehow become a bird on Hunter now, having to sleep in his room. And now there's a huge hole in the house. I cover my mouth, not meaning to blurt that out. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Hey, Atlas? The dino scurries up to me, eyes full of worry. You know this wasn't your fault, right? You cannot predict if this would happen. I suppose that's true. But Hunter certainly seemed prepared for a crisis. The way he triaged the situation without any hesitation. Atlas. Look at me, please. With a monumental effort, I meet Ollie's deep blue eyes. It seems like it's just as much effort for him as it is for me. Come back here, okay? To the den. Take off the mask. I'm here. Sorry, Ollie. I hold back, a sarcastic laugh. I was the one telling Hunter not to apologize just hours ago. Hey, it's okay. I know that it's been a really stressful morning for you. Do you want to take a seat in the kitchen again? I'll put on some tea. I nod. Yeah, I think I'd like that. In spending this morning trying to take care of Hunter, I didn't realize how much I needed some care too. Exhaling, I followed the dino out of the den. We both get resituated at the dining table. Ollie prepares 2 mugs of tea, then joins me. We don't have to talk or anything, by the way. I'm content just sitting here with you. No, it's okay. I'm sorry for being weird earlier. Ollie shrugs. I'm always weird. I don't mind if you are too. I take a sip from my mug, letting the warm drink calm me a little. It's just been a complicated morning. Does Hunter have anything to do with it? He's not beating around the bush. Yeah, a little. Okay. I thought as much. What do you think is up? I'm honestly not sure. I'll consider my next word carefully. I know Ollie means well, but I'm not sure I feel comfortable sharing Hunter's secrets. The few I could coax out of him anyway. The tree branch this morning gave us a lot more trouble than he let on. Ollie nods. I could tell that much. I let out a sigh. And he injured himself a little while trying to get the branch out, just the two of us. But I don't think that's the problem. Actually, I don't even know what the problem is. I pause and look up at the raptor. His azure eyes are wide, brimming with patient curiosity. After he hurt himself this morning, he's just been in this funk. I got him out of it for a few hours, but now it feels like he's just overcompensating for it now. I wish he'd just tell me what's wrong. Problem solving is easier when you know what the problem is, you know? Ollie looks down at his drink for a moment, then looks back at me with a sideways gaze. Can I offer my thoughts? Of course. I don't know exactly what's going on, obviously. Hunter seems like a great guy, but we haven't talked very much. Of course. I don't know exactly what's going on, obviously. Hunter seems like a great guy, but we... Oh, wait. Oh, I clicked that again. Even so, I can tell that he's hurting, even if I can't say why. He pauses to think, then continues. And sometimes, you can't just fix pain like that. It's not that simple. It's on auto. Hold on. Alright, I think I'm going to use my mouse. Controller's just not working for me. Away with you, controller. Don't worry, controller. I'll use you for Hollow Knight, I promise. Cool beans. But I think he's experiencing more than that. Ollie pauses again, marshalling his thoughts. I would just take it slow with him, especially when you don't know all the details. It seems like he trusts you so. He tells you where it hurts when the time is right. Just don't be afraid of silence. Sometimes it's okay to let a conversation breathe. If that makes sense. Truthfully, I didn't have heart-to-heart with Ollie on my bingo card when I first met him. There's clearly much more to this dino than meets the eye. Yeah, it does. Thank you, Ollie. You're incredibly perceptive, by the way. I'm not great at hiding how I'm feeling, but I have a feeling Hunter didn't have you fooled either. Oh. The dino goes red. It's just easy for me to tune into others, emotionally. I always got my finger on the pulse of a room, just, out of habit. I hope that isn't creepy or anything. I give him a smile. No, it isn't. I really appreciate it, seriously. There we go. I feel so much comfortable like this. He does a bad job of hiding his embarrassment behind his claws, mumbling in response. It's nothing, really. His phone goes off in his hoodie pocket, and he hops up from his seat. Oh, I completely forgot. I'm hosting a game in a few minutes. He freezes halfway to the door and turns back to me. Will you be okay down here? Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just chilling. Okay. I'm sorry. We'll talk more later, I promised. He hops up from the table and starts looking through the snack cupboard. I just need some fuel for this session. After selecting a few brightly colored bags of chips and a couple soda cans, he turns to me. Hey, Atlas, good luck. I know you'll figure it out. Thank you, Ollie. The dino waves then wanders out of the kitchen with his snacks. I take a quick glance at my phone. It's so early evening, but I'm not in the mood to hang out with anyone else right now. I guess I should retreat to Hunter's room, assuming he's okay with me being there. Passing by the living room, I remember to grab the air mattress and my blankets. I make it up to Hunter's room, setting down the air mattress to knock. I hesitate for a moment. I almost consider just going back downstairs and setting up camp there. And I think back to my dream. The lonely king, atop his throne. When we made eye contact, through his mixed emotions, I could sense some semblance of hope. Behind his mask, I could see some belief that maybe he could learn to open up to someone else, and that they would try to understand. I raise my paw to the door and give it a firm knock. Who is it? I clear my throat. It's me. What is my mouth doing? My mouth was just rambling off. That's weird. There we go. It's me. Come in. As I enter his room, I see Hunter sprawled on the bed, looking up at the ceiling. Hey, just wanted to check in. He nods wordlessly, still focused on the spinning ceiling fan. How are you holding up? I'm okay, I think. He still seems deflated, though I think I prefer that to his overly jolly facade. Just tired from the day is all. That makes two of us. I study his reaction to my joke, but he doesn't seem to have one. I realize I'm still standing in the doorway. Oh, hey, were you really okay with me staying here tonight? I really don't mind staying in the living room. I know that it's been a long day. He lets out a sigh, then sits up. Yeah, I really don't mind. Company isn't the worst idea right now. Alright, thank you, Hunter. Really. I start pulling in the air mattress and my belongings, setting everything up on the floor. Hey, Atlas. I jumped a little at the mention of my name. What's up? I'm sorry. Again. Hey, there's no need to be sorry. Well, I did just ditch you and Ollie down there. And we didn't think any of it. I promise. I know, but I guess I feel like I should sit on my air mattress as quietly as possible, waiting for Hunter to continue. I feel like I need to play things up around people, you know. I know it was weird of me to walk out on you guys like that, but I just couldn't keep it up. The energy, I mean. I love being the life of the party. I love bringing spirit to a room, but it's hard to do it all the time. I'm sure this is all true. I can't help but feel there's more he's not telling me. And I feel like it's just become expected of me. Hunter is the fun, jolly dude. Always. No matter what. The conversation reaches a lull, and I ask my burning question. Hey, was any of this related to us moving the tree branch this morning? It's just, everything seems fine, even when we were cleaning up the den, but once we could get that branch out. He looks at me quietly. I can tell he's trying to formulate a response. I can sense him calculating behind his mask. He doesn't reply for a while. I almost cave, wanting to burst into apologies and call my inquiry off. But Ollie's advice grounds me. Let the conversation breathe, Atlas. Yeah, a little. My arm doesn't hurt much anymore, but the pain this morning, it just set me back to a bad place. He takes a deep breath. I'm past it now, but it still haunts me. Can I tell you the full story another time? It takes every bit of restraint not to press him further. When it's time, I'll know. Of course. Thank you for trusting me. For feeling it like you can let your guard down around me, even a little. A small Hunter smile. Somehow this one feels more genuine. Hey, I knew you were a good dude when we met. And Rofi's given you a glowing recommendation. So, there's no need to thank me. The room goes quiet once more, though the air isn't as stiff as before. Is there anything I can do for you right now? Anything at all? I could really use a hug. I take that as my key to get up, opening my arms for him. Come here, Hunter. He gets off his bed, shuffling over to me. He leans in for a hug. For a second, I get a good close-up look at his golden eyes. They shine back at me with the beginning of tears filled with formidable hope. I wrap my arms around him tightly, rubbing my head against his shoulder. I run my paws and down his back. Though we don't exchange words, I don't think my message could be any clearer. You're safe here with me, Hunter. We stand there for an eternity, in each other's presence. Then I feel him slowly leave our embrace. He sniffles a little, wiping his nose with a paw, then sits back down in his bed, patting the spot next to him. Join me? Anytime. We sit, and he leans his head on my shoulder. It's some kind of citrus today. Oranges? I feel him chuckle. The vibrations of his laugh through my shoulders are comforting. Spot on. Told you I'd change it up for you. Where'd you even find time to put cologne on? 1 second, guys. Oops. There we go. Just making sure the chat was working. Where'd you even find time to put cologne on? Well, it was before I came downstairs this morning. Amidst the chaos and the exhaustion, he kept his promise to keep to me. And it'll be something different tomorrow? That's the plan. Do you just walk around with like a million different cologne scents in your luggage? They're small bottles, a cute travel kit, if you will. You gotta show me sometimes. I will. I'm also in serious need of sleep. He gives me a gentle cheek nuzzle, then lays down. I feel you there. Whoopsie, I'm pressing buttons. I started to get off his bed, but I'm interrupted. Hey, don't be silly. This mattress is much comfier than the air mattress. Come and cuddle. If, you like that. I'll admit, hearing Hunter hesitate is cute. I love that. I smile, rising from the bed only to hit the light switch. I slink my way through the darkness to rejoin him in bed. Hey, if I pass out in the next 5 seconds, apologies in advance. I'll be right behind you. I curl up and he snuggles up behind me, wrapping his arms around my chest. Oh, actually, I'm behind you. Very funny. He lets out a soft, gentle, warm laugh, a comfortable one. I never thought I could miss the sound of someone's laugh so much, let alone someone I only just met. Good night, Atlas. Good night, Hunter. He squeezes me gently, and I'm surrounded by the scent of oranges once again. Before long, I can hear him snoring quietly. And true to my word, I'm right behind him, as we drift off together. Is that it? That is it for Hunter. Ooh. We completed Hunter. We have Ollie and Theo last. Theo's doors is always open. Oh, that felt good. Okay, so now we need. So it looks like. So really, it looks like. Yeah, if we load here. So it looks like. Hold on. We're just gonna fast forward this. There we go, yeah. So here is when the paths diverge. So we done Rofi, Hunter, Artemis, and he goes Ollie and Theo. I'm gonna save Theo for last. I have a good feeling. That Theo, saving Theo for last, is the right call here. Because I feel like he's got the most story, aside from Rofi, out of everybody else. You know what I just realized? This music here. Low-key reminds me of Persona 5. That one music. Like, if you just listen to it, just for a bit, right? It sounds like that one Persona music. Not one-to-one, but I can see the inspiration, for sure. Alright, everybody. Ollie. As I walk up to the O projector, Ollie turns to meet me halfway. Let me just lower my mic. There we go. Alice, did you see this? He shuffles over to me, half-empty glass clinking. I always wanted one of these growing up. It makes the basement feel like a real movie theater. Oh, sorry in advance, by the way. I'm a little drunk. No kidding. Hey, no worries. That was the idea, right? Ollie giggles. Speaking of, where's yours? We should get you a drink. Sure, why not? With a flick of his crested head, Ollie downs the rest of his drinks, loops his arm through mine, and drags me to the bar. Theo, another round. Theo eyes the two of us as we approach, setting down his own drink. Another round, huh? He looks at me slightly and winks. I've just got the thing for you. In fact, I'll make it a double. Wow, really? You're the best, Theo. Theo sets a tall, cool glass of water in front of Ollie, with a soft thump. The dino looks at it uncomprehendingly for a moment. Pay the booze tax first, then I'll make you another. Oh. Ollie breaks into another fit of giggle. Yeah, okay, I guess that's fair. I was just confused why it didn't look like the last drink you gave me. What about you, Atlas? You look like you're holding up well. Yeah, I'm chilling. Thanks, Theo. Oh, by the way, Atlas. What was that? Did I hurt? Was that the game? Was that the game? Like, did anyone hear that? That was weird. Hold up. Was that actually the game? I heard a weird noise just now. Spooked the heck out of me. It's probably just the wind. Wow, he really can put it away, no matter what it is. I wanted to say thanks for earlier today. You know, for letting me talk at you so much. Of course. I didn't mind at all. Oh, right. Artemis told me there was some commotion with the power while I was out. Yeah. Ollie starts spinning his phone between his claws, eyes wondering. People panicked a little, that's all. Not you, though. You were perfectly calm. Ollie blushes and bursts his snout in his glass. Ollie was the one who figured out the problem. Oh, wait, that's me. Ollie was the one who figured out the problem. It was no big deal, really. But none of us thought of it. Only you. I nudge with a paw, trying to meet him. Whoa. I nudge him with a paw, trying to get him to meet my gaze. He finally looks up, and a jolt of electricity jumps between us. His eyes, were they always so blue, so soft and delicate behind those glasses? You can take the compliment, Ollie. My voice is almost a whisper, stifled by the moment's weight. You deserve it. Okay, if you say so. Thanks, Atlas. At that instant, Theo shifts slightly against the bar, and the resulting creak reminds us of his continued presence. Anyway, Theo, where did you get the projector? Ollie once again buzzies himself with his drink. A clear glass does nothing to hide his blush. Theo's eyes dart between the two of us, a slight smile spreading across his grizzled muzzle. Oh, that old thing. Just a gift from a friend. I'm a bit of a tinkerer and I like old machines, so... Ollie nods in agreement, but I'm not sure how much he's listening. He shifts in his chair and his eyes shift with him, catching my gaze and dropping it again, searching around the room before returning to me. You know what? Theo sits down his glass and looks knowingly at me. I'm feeling a bit peckish. Think I might go have one or two of those dumplings you've so kindly brought downstairs. You two have fun. He winks at me before striding off purposely to the opposite corner of the room. Theo's a good guy. Yeah, he really is. Can I be annoying, real quick? Sure. I'm sorry for being so weird about the compliment earlier. I guess I just... Ollie begins to clack his claws on the bar in tight circular rhythms. I guess I just feel so lucky. More lucky than I deserve. He sighs and leans back slightly in his stool, looking up at the ceiling. And it sorta makes it hard for me to accept the compliments, but... I guess... I don't know. I guess maybe we do deserve to be happy sometimes. I look over at him and find those beautiful eyes already fixed on me. Sorry if I'm getting too personal here, but I'm drunk. And I get real. What's the word? Thinky when I'm drunk. I mean, obviously thinky is a word, but introspective? Yeah, introspective. I guess booze just slows down my brain a little. Stops it from spinning in circles, so I can actually think about myself and about the world. How wild and unlikely it is that we exist as creatures. That our atoms and molecules align in the specific and functional ways they do. And that, in a universe full of empty nothingness, we find ourselves on the same planet, in the same basement, drinking together. I mean, when you think about it, when you really think about it, life is incredible. Really, truly incredible. Do you know what I mean when I say that? I take a long moment to really consider his question. Yeah, I think I do. Ollie smiles his big tooth smile. I think you do too. Hold up, guys. There we go. I meant it yesterday, when I said you were easy to talk to. I chuckle softly, not expecting the compliment. If you say so. No, I mean it. Because when I talk to you, I get the sense that you actually listen. I feel like so many people go about their daily lives never hearing a thing outside of their own thoughts. And so they never have a thought that they don't believe. And I guess, on a more personal level, I feel like the most people take one look at me or listen to me stutter, and then completely writes me off. Like if I can't immediately get the words out, I must not have anything worthwhile to say. But you're patient with me. You give me time to gather my thoughts, without interrupting, without walking away. And it's not just me either. You treat others that way too, it's obvious. So, I don't know. Ollie fiddles with his claws, brow furrowing. Sorry, I got a little deep in the weeds there and kind of forgot my point. But I guess what I really want to say is that, even though we just met the other day, I think you're a good person. Aw, Ollie. Whew. One moment, everybody. I am just... There we go. Oh, hold on, guys. My head. Oh. Oof. I want to see if I can complete Ollie's and then Theo's, and then that'll be it for Promises to Keep. Oh, I'll let you know if it gets a little too much for me, you guys, okay? I think you're a good person. And I know it doesn't really matter what I think, and I'm not some arbiter of virtue or whatever, but he looks at me again, sincerity playing in his eyes. I'm just glad I met you. That's all. Really glad. He turns bright red again and stuffs his hand in his hoodie pocket. If that's okay. Yeah. I clear my throat, a little choked up. Yeah, it's okay. It's more than okay. I'm really glad I met you too, Ollie. At that moment, Theo's voice rings out across the basement. Last call, folks. I'm afraid your bartender is exhausted. Ollie giggles, fiddles with his glass. First time I ever sat at a bar till closing. His claws tap against a crystalline surface, releasing clear, bright notes into the air. He looks at me and proudly proclaims, If this isn't nice, I don't know what is. I was wondering when we were going to get one of those. Artemis suddenly appears behind us, placing his empty water glass down on the bar. That's one of Ollie's favorite things to say, especially when he's drunk. I always mean it, though. The bird gives us both the once-over, as if making some sort of calculation. Well, I hate to disrupt your night, but I can't really go to bed until you leave, so... Oh, right. Sorry, Artie. I forgot this was your bedroom. Ollie laughs and slides off his stool, swaying slightly. No worries. You gonna be okay heading upstairs? Ollie blows a raspberry at him. Duh. Artemis looks at me. I'll walk him up. Thank you. I think that's what he wanted anyway. Artemis. Ollie turns bright red again. Go on, you two. I'll leave you two alone. He strides off purposely, with one last smirk. This doesn't have to be awkward, now. No. No, I guess it doesn't. His signature Ollie smiles return with a new tinge of shyness. A hopeful shyness rather than an anxious one. Sure. Please walk me to my room. I think I like that a lot. My pleasure. I let Ollie lead the way up the stairs. He does just fine, clearly not that affected by the booze. We stop in front of his room door, and he turns back to me, face me, twiddling his claws nervously. Thank you, Atlas. I had a wonderful time talking with you tonight. It's okay if I text you tomorrow morning, and maybe we can hang out more? I'd like to spend more time with you. He claps his claws together tightly, and his eyes fixed on mine. Of course, Ollie. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow? When was the last time I actually looked forward to tomorrow? Good night, Atlas. Good night, Ollie. As I make my way downstairs and start my nightly routine, I think back to what Ollie said at the bar. Maybe we do deserve to be happy sometimes. I switch off the light and bundle the blankets around me. I mean, when you think about it, when you really think about it, life is incredible. Maybe he's right. What is this? Do you have epilepsy or sensitivity to flashing lights? Epilepsy or sensitivity to flashing light. Oh, wow. Let's... Does anyone here have epilepsy or sensitivity to flashing light? Tell me now or forever hold your peace. Okay. So I click no, yeah? No. How bad is this going to be? What? Wait, where are we? Computer typing? Keyboard? Oh, the sound of... Welcome to Oliver version 1.0 copyright 1996. Oh, what is this? What is happening with Oliver's story? Ooh, okay. I have many. Beginning boot sequence. Okay. Checking BIOS. Okay. Checking autonomic function. Okay. Checking disk drives. Okay. Initializing cognition. Checking self-perception. Warning. Self-perception at 150% capacity. Implementing public disguise. Hello world, my name is Oliver. Disguise in place. Checking self-perception. Okay. Checking sensory modality. Loading light. Growing up, the sun always hurt my eyes. Loading color. Checking visual spatial comprehension. Error. Visual spatial comprehension at 25%. Beginning adjustment. I'm useless without these. Adjustment complete. Checking visual spatial comprehension. Okay. Checking communication array. Okay. Beginning memory test. System processing. Whoops. What the heck? Attempting to run Ollie.exe. Beginning field test. Gathering data. Field test failure. Oh, he's okay. He's trying to have a conversation and then he turned away. Okay. Oh, poor buddy. Poor Ollie. Reanalyzing communication array. Operating at 75% capacity. Beginning adjustment. Attempting to run Ollie.exe. Repeating field test. Gathering data. Field test failure. What? Are they crying? Was it something I said? Reanalyzing communications array. Operating at 40% capacity. Beginning adjustments. Attempting to run Ollie.exe. Repeating field test. Gathering data. Field test failure. What is wrong with me? Oliver. We will do this until we get it right. Holy moly, Oliver and his family? Dude, who? I don't understand. Warning, communication array offline. Field test failure. Field test failure. Warning, public disguise unraveling. I can't take this anymore. Warning, public disguise unraveling. Public disguise unraveling. Public disguise unraveling. Ooh. That doesn't look fun. Oh, wait. Oh, it's in his hands. Like, it's in his hands, for real, for real. And his face, too, Jesus. It presses against my visor and cracks the glass, seeping steadily inside my eyes, my mind, my very soul. If I have to pretend to be normal for even a moment longer, I am going to break. Warning, self-perception at capacity. I'm going to snap. My nerves, the tendons, ligaments, the fibrous wires holding up my shadow form one by one in a steady, violent collapse. They will gather around me then. They will stand in clipped uniform rows over my fractured, bent, backward body. And they still will not understand. Oh, that was raw. That was gent. Oof. The sound of breaking glass wrenches me awake. A fallen tree branch protrudes into the room like a cold metal claw, like a bundle of exposed crackling wires. I scramble to my paws and stand dumbly in the center of the room, staring at the unwelcome intruder. I see, but I do not comprehend. There is only the broken glass and the frigid air and the acrid stench of fried circuitry. My head pounds, my heart aches, my paws shakes and shiver, increasing in violence until they give way and I slump back onto the mattress. My limbs fold inward on themselves and I curl into a tight, painful ball. Fighting wave after wave of nausea, my stuttering brain matter focused entirely on one goal. Keep my insides where they belong. I swallow a mouthful of bile. Battery acid cascading up and down, up and down. My throat feels raw and torn. I ripped asunder by a scream that rattled me to the core. I'm not sure how long I lie there, hunched and shivering, eyes wide and stiff, staring blankly at the floor, waiting for the room to stop spinning. It must have been at least a year. No, 10 years. Perhaps 20. Until finally there's room for thought. Room for reason. I can still feel the urgent caress of the wires, sparking electric veins and arteries, cold voltaic fire surging through my flesh with each stagnant heartbeat. Maybe I always will. Was it really just a dream? I flexed my claws, digging ever so slightly into my fur. Soft pinpricks of pain grounding me here in this body. Ollie, is this really how you feel? It must have been so hard, moving to a house with a bunch of strangers. No wonder he was so nervous, so jumpy. Alice, are you? Oh. With an inaudible crack, I shifted my encrusted eyes upward to the door, just as the room is flooded with light. And there he is. Oh, I hit my mic. Oh, there he is, gaze flicking rapidly between the branch and the window. After only a brief moment of hesitation, he runs to me first. Atlas, please tell me you're okay. He drops to his knees next to my curled form. His claws reach forward, stopping a few inches before they reach me. You're not hurt, are you? If I try to say anything out loud, I know I'm going to cry, or vomit, or both. Wickedly, I shake my head. Oh, thank goodness. His soft blue eyes sweep the room again, and he shifts into a sitting position, knees tucked up against his chest. I couldn't sleep. Lucky. I was down by the kitchen getting a glass of water when I heard this awful noise. I guess it was at the window. His voice stabilizes as he speaks. I can tell he's focusing his effort into sounding calm. I wanted to make sure you were alright. Sorry for barging in like that, but after that horrible noise when I knocked and didn't get an answer, I was just so worried. All of a sudden, I realized my shaking had stopped. Or to be more accurate, I realized that up until this instant, I had been shaking this whole time. I tried to move my limbs and find them once again within my control. I sat up stiffly, mirroring Ollie's posture, though I can't bring myself to meet his eyes. Not yet. If I do look directly at him, some raw, fearful part of me still expects to see wires, warnings, and a stark, flashing visor. It must have been a terrible shock. His words carry so much weight. It's almost like he knows what I saw. I nod. We sit in silence for a collection of long moments. I stare at the textured fabric covering my knees, unthinkingly tracing their wrinkles with my gaze. Ollie sits and waits. I sit and breathe, in and out, feeling my chest expand and contract, feeling the steadying pulse of my blood. Tissue and bone, not cold metal and rubber. Slowly but surely, I start to feel normal again. Whatever that means. Ugh. 1 second, guys. Head is hurting. How cold is it gonna be? Tuesday. Okay, it's gonna be warmer. And okay, so it's gonna be warmer. Okay, so the good news is that the weather's gonna actually normalize this week, so that means I'll be able to recover just fine by then. Hopefully, maybe. Oh, my brain. My brain. My brain. Honestly, I'm just super glad I'm doing this. I'm super glad I'm pushing myself to do this. Because I really want to make this a consistent thing for you guys. And I appreciate y'all for sticking by me through and through. How about a tea break? I'm gonna fill my tea up. Should just take 5 minutes. And we'll resume reading. One moment. good lord, I hate Windows 11. Can I turn off Copilot? I would like to turn off Copilot. Yes. Ugh. Actually, can I turn off Copilot? Because I really don't need it. Copilot, turn off. Does turn off Copilot? Remove. VS settings, personal taskbar, toggle it all. Oh, isn't that easy? So it's taskbar settings, and then personalization. Oh wait, hold on, I'm lost. VS settings. Hold on. VS settings. Personalization. And taskbar. Okay, here we go. Let's toggle it off. Alright, so let's turn off the widgets. I turn off the widgets. Ew. I guess that'll do. I don't know. Oh, I hear my rabbit pooping again. I think I can probably push through all these and then I'll stop. Headache is not improving, but it's not as bad as it was this morning. Whatever that means. Atlas? I think we should get out of here. It's freezing and there's glass all over the floor. With a noticeable effort, he shifts back to his usual soft smile. Will you let me take you to the kitchen? It's nice and warm there. Please. I nod. Thank you, Atlas. Can I have your paw? I look up, meeting his eyes at last. All his claws outstretched towards me, talons delicately splayed. What? That should be the only choice, yeah. His palm is smooth, softer than the back of his hand. He handles my paw gently, without even the barest scrape from his longest talons. Let's go, okay? Okay. My voice cracks. I let him pull me upright. My knees crack. I let him escort me out of the room. The door creaks on the way out. Our paws leave muffled ripples on the carpeted floor. The silence feels almost alien, incorrect without the keening wind. Here, maybe have a seat at the table. Ollie pulls a chair out for me and I slide into it robotically. I'm going to get you a glass of water, too. You don't have to drink it, bud. It might be nice to have something simple to do with your paws. I hear him fussing with the cabinets and the sink, and in just a few moments he gently sets a full glass down in front of me. Atlas, I'm going to give you a choice, okay? The dino pulls out the chair next to me and sits, maneuvering his tail out of the way. If you like, I can sit with you for a bit longer and give you some company. We don't even have to talk if you don't want to. Or, if you'd rather be alone for a while, I can go fetch Artie, and then we can start working on repairing the den. Oh my god, the den. I completely forgot. Atlas, it's okay. It's okay. The rest of us can handle it, alright? But Nope. Ollie says cheerfully, shaking his head. Don't apologize and don't insist on helping. Just tell me which of those two choices you prefer. I won't mind either way, I promise. I think I'd like some company, please. Then company you shall have. Before we do anything else, I'm gonna call Artemis. Is it okay if he comes and meets us here? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, great. Artemis answers after only 2 rings, and Ollie puts the phone up to his ear. Hey, sorry for waking you up. I hear the sharp spike of Artemis' voice on the other line, and Ollie's brow furrows. No, it's not me this time, Artie. It's Atlas. A huge branch crashed through the window of the den during the night. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I'm sitting with Alice now. You can come up and meet us in the kitchen if you want. Yes, I'm sure it's fine. Okay, see you in a minute. Ollie hangs up and turns to me. Thanks for letting me call him up. I'm gonna be honest, I'm real nervous about telling Theo. Theo. But already always knows what to say. I'm sure between the two of us we can work this out nicely. From out in the living room, we hear the sound of Hurry's footsteps, and then Artemis appears in the kitchen doorway. Here, sorry it took so long. That was literally like 15 seconds. But whatever. Ignoring you. Hey, Alice, you alright? Artemis walks over to the two of us, looking me up and down worryingly. You were in the room when it happened, right? I'm okay. I can definitely help out however you need me to. My thin words ring hollow, and Artemis starts shaking his head before I can even finish my sentence. No, I don't think so. Totally unnecessary. You deserve a break after all this. Ollie nods in approval. Agreed. I'm biting and I feel a sharp spike of relief tinged with bitter guilt. I feel bad, but... Don't. No reason to. Theo and I can handle it. Yep, and besides... Ollie stops in the middle of a sentence. Wait, what about me? It's freezing there, Ollie, and there's glass all over the floor, too. Artemis unknowingly echoes Ollie's word familiar. Even his tone is the same. In a different instance, I would laugh at their similarity. I do it all myself, but it's Theo's house, and he'd have a fit if he found out I kept it a secret. And why exactly do you have to do it all yourself? I am capable of helping, you know. I know that, Ollie, but it's just... The bird scrambles for a few moments, looking for the right response. You are helping, by keeping Alice company. Artemis looks at me, with a sort of help-me-out-here expression. My head starts to throb again. Artemis, don't put pressure on Atlas. Doesn't make any sense to. Sorry, you two, but... I hold up one paw to interrupt, massaging my temple with the others. Can we not do this now? My head hurts. Both Ollie and Artemis immediately drops their gaze, eyes full of remorse. Sorry. Look, how about this? Ollie, you stay and keep me company. Artemis, you wake up Hunter and Rofi, along with Theo. Both Ollie and Artemis put a claw up to their face in a humorously similar thinking pose. That's a very good compromise. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Honestly, having the two other boys on your side will probably help with wrangling Theo. Artemis nods slowly. Probably. I expect he'll be plenty upset. Yeah, definitely. But you know you can call me for support if you need. Yeah, I know that, Ollie. Thanks. The bird turns to me and stuffs his talons in his pockets. We're gonna take care of things. I promise. And the first thing I'm gonna do is get all your stuff out of that room so it doesn't get wrecked by the snow. If I were you, I would try to get some sleep. We'll see about that. I'm not sure I'll ever sleep again. Alice, do you want to maybe come up to my room? So we'll be out of the way. That sounds like a good plan. Artemis chirps, a slight tinkle in his eyes. Sure, it's nice and comfy up here. Great. We all have our marching orders. 1, 2, 3, break. Ollie and I break off at the door to his room, waving one last time to Artemis before ducking inside. The room is as cozy as I remember, illuminated only by the bedside lamp and the soft RGB highlights on Ollie's PC. Please make yourself comfortable. Wherever you'd like to sit. My eyes kept drifting to the fluffy-looking pillows on the warm, soft bed. Take the bed if you want. We don't have to hang out or anything. You're totally free to just sleep until morning. I curled up against the headboard, adjusting the pillows underneath my shoulders and back. We'll see what happens, I guess. Ollie turns the computer chair around and settles into it, one leg up on the cushion, one foot on the other. I love this little room. My room back at home is honestly too big, and I don't even use half of the space. And I love being right next to the heat. Ollie pats the gently humming radio next to the desk. But let me know if it's too hot for you, and I'll see what I can do. It's fine, Ollie, don't worry. No sooner do the words escape my lips that his face creases with worry once more. Are you feeling a little better now? Now that you're out of the room? Yeah, a little. I know I already said this, but it was honestly a pretty scary sight. Ollie's voice once again takes on that distant, detached quality, like someone else is speaking through him. Walking into a blast of cold wind, seeing the broken window, the branch, and you curled up on the mattress like that. Wait, what? Your arms were clenched so tightly it looked like you were trying to hold yourself together. I thought you were hurt. I thought it had hit you on the way in, or you'd gotten struck by falling glass, or... As he speaks, his voice steadily shrinks until it's barely a whisper. I was frightened. And it seemed like you were too. Or maybe not frightened, but something similar. Yeah, something similar. Did something else happen? Did something else happen? Besides the window, I mean. You don't have to tell me, but if it's something I can help with, I'd like to. How do I even begin to explain? How can I? And what could he possibly do to help me? Even if there's nothing I can actively do for you, sometimes just talking about it is all you need. Ollie chirps softly as if reading my thoughts. My voice cracks and I swallow laboriously. I had a nightmare. That got me. That honestly got me. Alright, 1 second, y'all. I'm refilling my tea. My tea. Hold on. That's good. I see. Do you want to tell me about it? No. Sorry, but no. That's fine. But if you ever change your mind, I'm here for you. Thank you, Ollie. Seriously. Of course. He pulls his phone out of his pocket, but doesn't unlock it. He just spins it between his claws. For a long moment he hesitates, and then the word begins to spill out of him in a flood. I hope I wasn't too rough or insistent with you earlier. I tried my best to give you options and let you have your space in. You were amazing, Ollie. You gave me exactly what I needed. I'm glad. I mean, I just treated you the way I wish people would treat me. Sorry I keep bringing it up, but the way you looked at me when I first came in. Wound up in a tight ball, shaking. Your eyes shining up at me from between your claws. I recognized that look immediately. Or at least I think I did. Honestly, it's how I feel. A lot of the time. And when I get that way, I feel like... Ollie's eyes flick around the room, and he begins to scratch at his feathered crest nervously. Everyone just starts to freak out. They just start making more and more noise, which is the last thing I need in that situation. People always act like I'm spaced out or about to faint or something, and they try to shake me awake. When the problem is that I'm too awake, too aware, and every single noise, every single shake, every atom of their body in contact with every atom of mine, I feel it all so sharply. I know I did freak out a little at first when I saw you, and I'm sorry about that, but once I realized you were awake and unhurt, I figured you might want to just sit for a minute. I remember how his claws stopped an inch from my body, how he readjusted himself, drawing back but staying close. Waiting for things to feel normal again. Yes. He relaxes visibly at the sound of my voice. So, I did the right thing? Yes. And you tell me if I didn't, right? Yes, I would. Okay, good. He understands. I guess that isn't really a surprise. Ollie always seems to understand. Oh! The dino snaps a claw and dropped into static in my brain. You said your head hurt earlier, right? He immediately jumps off his chair and starts rummaging in one of his bags. I can see his big tail sliding gently across the floor, back and forth as he searches. Here. He holds out a small plastic bottle. Let's take ibuprofen together. I snort out an ugly laugh, something resembling a smile spreading across my face. I grabbed the bottle from him with a grateful nod. I got some cans of seltzer up here. Seltzer up here if you want something to take it with too. What do you mean if? Don't tell me you dry swallow pills. That's so bad for you. Okay, I won't tell you I dry swallow pills, because that would be bad. And let me just find those cans. Ollie jumps up again to do another search. I find my eyes lingering on his feathered crest. The way it shifts as he moves, the way it catches the dim light of the room. Here you go. It's pomegranate flavored. Pomegranates. Pomegranates. I hope that's okay. Obviously, you can have the whole thing if you want. Thanks, I will. Thanks, Ollie. I popped 2 pills and washed them down quickly, setting the remainder of the can on the bedside table. Fun fact, my family used to call it spicy water, so I have to try really hard to remember that nobody else knows what that means. Wait, I love that. Right? We had lots of weird names for stuff. We had so many I can't even think of most of them. It was like we had our own dialect. Ollie opens another can of spicy water and pops 2 pills as well, looking pointedly at me the whole time. See? I'm doing what I'm supposed to. There's a novelty. The dino giggles, pulling both legs up onto the chair cushion. Yep, you know me, always breaking the rules. I'm just so impulsive and rebellious I can't help myself. God, I can't say that with a straight face. I literally can't even jaywalk without feeling bad. Okay, well, jaywalking is not a crime. It is, in fact, cool and normal. Until you get hit by a truck. Nope. If a truck tried to hit me, I would simply dodge roll. Anyway, to be brutally honest, if I got hit by a truck, that would solve a lot of my financial problems. Ollie lets loose with another fit of giggles, covering his mouth entirely with a claw. When this is all over, let's go get hit by a truck together. Absolutely. As soon as the roads open up again. I laugh then, and it feels genuine. Moment by moment, I'm shaking off the dream. I'm only joking, of course. Artemis would never let me get hit by a truck. Never lets you do anything fun, huh? Pretty much. Sorry about the little spat we had in the kitchen earlier. I know it wasn't a good time for it. I remember Ollie's irritation yesterday when the power went out. You were right. He's very protective of you. Extremely. Even when I don't need or want it. Ollie's tone is a slightly bitter, annoyed more than actually upset. But also, you know, sometimes I'm not really sure what I need or want. And then it's nice. Just to have someone I know will be on my side. Someone I know will make good decisions for me. And the rest of the time, I just have to argue with him a little. To be honest, I think he feels the same way about me. He'll come to me in serious situations and ask my advice too. And I like when he does that. It makes me feel like he truly values my opinion. Which is something I'm not used to. Sometimes it feels like everybody's too busy babying me to actually listen to anything I say. Even through the thick hoodie pocket, I can see him fiddling with his claws. Whenever Oliver opens his mouth, it's just another problem they have to solve. I can see the exasperation in their eyes before I can even finish my sentence. I let his words hang in the air for a few moments, gently waiting for him to continue. And when he doesn't, I softly say, I'll listen to you, Ollie. I promise. And I appreciate that more than you know. Ollie, can I ask you something? Go ahead. I just wanted to make doubly sure that you're still okay with me calling you Ollie. He laughs softly, picking at one of his claws. Yes, I still am. I noticed that everyone else has been calling you Ollie too. Yes, they are. And that's still fine? Yes, I think it is. I was so anxious about it at first. I'm just not good at meeting people. At work, everyone calls me Oliver, and work is almost always how I meet new people, so that's how I introduce myself. It's my adult name, my professional name, and I always feel like I need one of those since I'm getting so old. What? You went to college with Artemis, right? So you can't be that old. Well, I guess. How old are you? I'm 27. Ollie, you're only 1 year older than me. Listen, I'm not saying you're old or anything. I am older than you, and I just feel really old. And Ollie becomes a whirlwind of flailing arms and claws, desperately trying to explain himself. You are literally, objectively not old. I know, but if you don't think I'm old, then you shouldn't feel old. Fair? Fair. Ollie picks out his claws again. I'm just not taking it very well, that's all. The slow funeral march to 30. And I know people hate it when you say that. It's how I feel. Don't let Theo catch you talking like that. Oh gosh, never. But I guess overall, I never minded when you called me Ollie because you put me so at ease, Atlas. I've never opened up to anyone this quickly. Well, except for Artemis, of course. He's special. I can see what you mean. Good, because he and I are going to stick together forever. I almost laugh at the sincere way Ollie says such a childish line, but something stops me. He clearly believes that. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Without meaning to, I yawn loudly, covering my mouth and settling deeper into the pills. Sorry, Ollie, but I'm fading fast here. I can see that. You go to sleep whenever you like. My eyelids feel so heavy. But what about you? Don't worry about me. You had quite a shock tonight. You deserve to rest. And if you wake up again before sunrise, I'll be here for you. The room begins to fade into soft, gentle darkness. Good night, Ollie. Ooh, let's stop here. Fantastic. So everybody, let's go ahead and call it a night. And thank you all for joining in tonight, listening to me read Promises to Keep. Y'all have a good night. And if y'all working tomorrow morning, good luck with work tomorrow morning. Take care, y'all. I'm gonna lay down. Good night.